Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Taylor Hayes is a stable career woman and a devoted woman. And mama. But, if you have been watching The Cleaner for several times, you know that has not always been the case. In fact, Taylor has done some wild effects in the history in the name of love. How far will Taylor go to get back together with Ridge Forrester and get indeed with Brooke Logan? Keep reading to find out, then's what's coming up next on Bold and Beautiful. Taylor Hayes dropped a lemon on Lee Finnegan and revealed she didn't have long to live and was dying of heart failure. The peculiar part is that Taylor doesn't want anyone in her family to know and doesn't feel too interested in trying to find a cure. While Dr. Lee Finnegan is scrabbling reaching specialists to try and save Steffi's mama, Taylor seems happy spending her last days shamelessly flirting with her ex-husband Ridge. Did Taylor just tell Lee her secret because she knew it was only a matter of time Finn would find out and tell her family? Taylor could be back in Los Angeles for vengeance, and there may not be anything wrong with her at all. Taylor left city in a huff over a time ago, after Brooke betrayed her and pursued a relationship with Ridge. The women had pledged to be musketeers and both leave Ridge alone, and also Brooke broke that pledge behind Taylor's back. When Taylor learned that the Logan women were making her son's life a living hell, did she come home to get indeed with Brooke for formerly and for all? Faking a deadly opinion and pretending to be knocking on death's door is taking effects a bit far. But, Taylor has done worse in the history. Do you suppose she's really sick? There could be a reason why Brooke Logan is pushing for a fellowship with Taylor Hayes again. Trying to repair their damaged bond and get Brooke back to a good place with Taylor, but there may be more going on then. Brooke noticed Commodity was out with Taylor before Ridge Forrester indeed picked up on it. Since Taylor is supposed to be soaking up family time and enjoying herself, Brooke doesn't understand why Taylor seems so pouty. In other words, Brooke is more in tune with Taylor's feelings than Ridge is at the moment. We're seeing Brooke's suspicion kick in when it comes to Taylor, so B&B may be gearing up for a big twist. Numerous observers are awaiting another round of the Brooke, Taylor, and Ridge love triangle, but there could be a curveball. What if Brooke ultimately curvatures out for Taylor's sake once the verity comes to light? Brooke may get updates on Taylor's heart failure opinion and the news that Taylor is fleetly heading toward her expiration date. Taylor doesn't know exactly how important time she has left, but she easily doesn't suppose she has all that long. It's possible Ridge will leave Brooke and try to make Taylor happy in her final months with a reunion. Still, grounded on how Brooke's amusement in this plot so far, we could be erecting to her immolation rather. It might be Brooke who breaks effects off with Ridge and pushes him in terminally ill Taylor's direction. Brooke might contend there'll be time for another bridge chapter latterly and argue this is Ridge's chance to help Taylor pass down content. In other words, Brooke might immolate her own romantic bliss for Taylor's happiness and prompt Ridge to give his partner one final gift. Brooke might push Ridge toward the balcony with Taylor and principally contend that she deserves a pity marriage. Ridge and Brooke still haven't tied the knot again, so Brooke may eventually suppose he needs to change promises with Taylor next. It's a immolation that Brooke could lament if Taylor gets a cleaner phenomenon and survives this illness plot. Taylor and Brooke's rearmost fellowship attempt will get complicated, so we'll offer more prognostications on Ridge's future. Lately dropped a lemon on cleaner suckers and revealed Taylor Hayes is knocking on death's door. In true B&B fashion, no bone is supposed to know that Ridge Forrester's ex-wife only has a many weeks left to live and it'll only be a matter before Taylor's secret comes out and turns the Forrester family upside down. According to B&B spoilers, it'll only be a matter of time before Taylor's secret is out. Taylor and Ridge's son, Steffi Forrester, is formerly growing suspicious of her mama's jest. She knows her mama is hiding Commodity, she just hasn't been suitable to put her cutlet on it. Meanwhile, across city, Dr. Lee Finnegan is floundering with the secret that her fellow grandmother Taylor burdened her with. Lee is frenetically trying to find a specialist that can save Taylor Hayes, but could she slip up and tell her son John Finnegan what's going on? Like his woman Steffi, Finn is also growing suspicious of his mama and can tell she's hiding Commodity. Loose links sink vessels. It'll only be a matter of time before someone overhears Taylor or Lee talking and puts two and two together. Still, he'll be in an uncomfortable position if Finn figures out that his mama-in-law is just a many weeks down from her deathbed. Taylor doesn't want her family to know, but if Steffi finds out her hubby knew and didn't tell her, it's going to be an awkward night at the regale table. Steffi has made a huge deal about fidelity in her marriage. There's nothing further perfidious than your hubby hiding that your mama is dying. Who do you suppose will find out Taylor is sick first? How will Steffi Forrester reply? Can Lee and Finn save her? So, is this the reason why she was brought back on the show so hastily? That's what a lot of the bold and the beautiful suckers can't help but wonder, as the rearmost spoilers explosively suggest that Taylor Hayes might die from a mysterious illness in the weeks ahead. Yes, that's the reason why she's been harboring this secret from everyone, and also the reason why she's decided to come back to this fictional city of Los Angeles and tell everyone the verity. And while a lot of the bold and the beautiful suckers are clearly against seeing a heritage character like Taylor Hayes die, after all, she's Steffi Forrester and Thomas Forrester's mama, some people suppose this all makes sense. That's because numerous observers have refocused out that the directors of the show might have brought Rebecca Budig to play Taylor Hayes simply because they knew that the character wouldn't last in front of the cameras for too long. But at the same time, others don't suppose it's veritably fair to kill off Taylor, especially knowing that she's had so important history on the show. Let's just say that anyone who steps in Brooke's way wouldn't have the same impact as it did with her ongoing contest with Taylor Hayes. Indeed, with all of that said, however, there's a veritably good chance that someone like Finn might manage to save Taylor's life before it's too late. Or at least, that's what everyone is hoping for. Taylor might not have been around veritably frequently these last several times, but she's still a veritably important person in the Forrester family. Plus, both Steffi and Finn will no way be the same without their mama. Of course, a lot of people can't help but wonder what's really going on with Taylor and this secret that she's been keeping to herself. Well, it seems like it's no longer a secret, as all the B&B spoilers point to Taylor having a huge medical extremity. In fact, it might be so big that there's a slim chance that the brunette beauty will indeed survive. Of course, it didn't take veritably long for the internet to weigh in on the matter. Oh well, so Taylor is sick. And if the followership doesn't like this awful recast, Taylor might just die formally again. Else, in Brad Bell's reality, he might just suppose that his script will work so well that Taylor will survive through a phenomenon cure. Another critic wrote, "If Taylor dies also, Brad is indeed more unskillful than I allowed. Revamping a character who's been on the show for like 33 times-ish just to kill her off?" And also there was this comment as well, "We'll hear how there's no cure other than a transplant flashback Katie and what Storm did for her. Also Finn will work lifelessly for a cure in 2 weeks, while the world's commanding heart croakers have been working only on this complaint Teen Taylor has no results. Finn, of course, finds a cure, but it's parlous. I'm not sure who'll die to give Taylor a heart, but just pay attention to the stories and characters. My plutocrat is on IVY.